It's Madden NFL 23, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the New York Giants and the New Orleans Saints. All that and more coming up next.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the New Orleans Saints. Everyone, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from the Superdome. Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the Red Rifle. From TCU, it's Andy Dalton.
I love his football IQ. I love his ability to have people rally around him. And as he likes to remind me all the time when I get ready to call one of his games, I can run it a little bit too. A nice presence to have on your team.
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Again, it's Kamara. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover, but I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Here's Dalton. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
Dalton's throw complete there to Thomas. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. That's good. Dalton operating in the red zone now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. That is caught by Olave, touchdown New Orleans. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Will Lutz on for the point after. Good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And it's caught. Touchdown, Saints. Jarvis Landry, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. On that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
And oh, it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants, but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Done a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Yeah, this will be a Giants 1st down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32. Now Jones. Out route pass complete to Bellinger. Finding room at midfield. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A 2nd fumble recovery in this 1st quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the 1st fumble recovery, they were eager to get a 2nd one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Throwing. Dalton. This one taken in by Olave. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Kamara gets it again on second down. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Play action here with Dalton. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They run. It's Kamara. And, boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Okay, after those first 2 drives, I think there's a head coach who's going to be calling for CSI. They're going to want some forensics on this. What is going on with this ball club? Unable to hold on to the football and take care of it.
Yeah, 2 straight fumbles for them to start out.
Yeah, you would think that this team would come in ready to go. Sometimes just mentally not prepared, and it shows up in these types of plays.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Dalton sets up play action. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Dalton off play action. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
When you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out of him away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that would overturn. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So Dalton now. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor there. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Throwing, Jones. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take where the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Again, he'll drop to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Back to throw again. Then he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Breida, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Touchdown, Giants! Richie James from 10 yards out. And the Giants get a bit closer.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. he will return this from deep in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And the Giants are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
No gain on the play there, second down.
48-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. That'll be complete to Breida. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
On second and 10, Jones, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a third and long. Throwing left side, it's complete. Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Saquon Barkley denied on fourth down. And the Saints will have the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on fourth down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And the slot man goes in motion left. The slot man in motion right. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everyone to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for the Giants. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football. And to bring you the second half from the Superdome, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. So they take the deficit into the lockers. You know they had plans to receive the football. A nice drive, instead a fumble on the kickoff.
And that can be demoralizing right there because, as you pointed out, they had designs on coming out and, okay, we're going to change things here in the second half. Instead, with a deficit already, they cough it up, and now they've got to find a way to keep the score from mounting bigger against them.
They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. To throw here, Dalton. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play,
so they called it a touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Lutz with the extra point, and it will bump the lead up to 26. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final day?
And now off to the races down the right side. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Daniel Bellinger, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there. And
he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Andy Dalton. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. The pass caught by, puts it on the carpet, it's out. And the Giants have it, it's picked up. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
Now Jones, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Touchdown! Rondale Robinson, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And Dalton to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points.
Touchdown, Giants! Richie James, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Brian Dable dialing up a play call here as they will go for 2. Jones throwing for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Oh, deep, and I think the ball's out. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd down, and it's Kamara again. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Dalton. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. first down carry for Barkley. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Looking to throw. Jones. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Jones now on 1st and 10. Another pass complete to Bellinger. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like you did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter if they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open.
Barkley hit, and the ball pops free.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy does.
Touchdown, Giants! Daniel Bellinger with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
They'll look to throw. It's complete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go away.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 23. Their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offensive...
Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Jones. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead no matter what. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And who's got it? The Giants!
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, That's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief, because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
And some space here. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. He goes 86 yards there on the touchdown run. And the Saints use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Here's Dalton to throw for. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier McKinney.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch. A signal for and take it. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jerron Jackson, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Saints will add to their fourth quarter lead. They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the two-point try. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The Giants on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out route pass complete to Bellinger. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Eluding the pressure right. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Daniel Jones, 25 yards to the house. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, I don't know about you, CD, but I did not see this coming. What a comeback to make this a game again.
I'm with you on that one because I didn't see it as well. You just think about the momentum swings we've seen so far. This game should have been over. Should have been done and dusted. But this is why you can never take anything for granted in this great game of football.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. All right, open, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 78 yards. And the Saints use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your turkey ball games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
They do tack on the extra point as well. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken just shy of the... Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. A give to Kamara running right. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Saints have extended their lead to 15 now here in the fourth. And they'll turn to Kamara. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend this lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken just shy of the 10. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he won't get all the way into the end zone as he's out of bounds, but not before getting it down inside the 10. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.